Hello friends, today we will discuss with the topic the monoclonal antibody or else hybridoma technology. So before we start we should be very clear, very thorough with what are antibodies. So antibody are some proteins which are used by the immune system to identify and neutralize the foreign objects that we call it as antigens. And what about monoclonal antibody? These are antibodies that are identical because they are produced by one type of immune cell or one type of or single parent B cell. But whereas polyclonal antibodies, which are in normal, are the antibodies that are derived from different cell type. Next, we'll just speak about the technology which is used for the synthesis of this monoclonal antibodies. This technology or the discovery of monoclonal antibody was done in 1975 by Kohler and Milstein, and they were awarded with Nobel Prize in 1984. In 1975, these two people they first fused some lymphocytes to produce a cell line which was both immortal at the same time, and they were producing a single type of antibody. And at that time, this technology of fusing and getting a hybrid cell was not being used or it was not being accepted. And it was only in 1987 this technology was being accepted, and for this the two scientists were awarded the Nobel Prize in 1984. So we'll start with the technology, hybridoma technology. This is a technology in which a immortal cell, or in fact I could say a cancerous cell or a myeloma cell, that cell is being fused with a specific B cell to get a hybrid cell which will be having the quality of the B cell as well as the myeloma cell. The quality of the hybrid cell is that they are specifically producing a single type of antibody, a monoclonal antibody. But then, what is the specificity being obtained? What is the character being obtained from the cancerous cell? Is that now these are having the immortality too. They go on dividing because we could say that in natural condition the B cells are not immortal, they are mortal. After some time they used to die, but then here to attain a uh, continuous supply of a single type of antibody, I want my B cell to be immortal, and that character of uh, in a single point is being brought together, that is the specificity and the immortality in the hybridoma cells, and we call those cells as the monoclonal antibodies. Here this hybridoma technology is carried through different steps. We'll start with the step 1. The first step is being used in uh, is being there in which the mice or a donor is being taken, and it is being immunized with a specific antigen to which I want to get a antibody. And here we can see that the antigen may be in an intact cell or a whole cell membrane or a microorganism, and that will be clubbed with some adjuvant or emulsification to make the antigen complete, and that is introduced into the host or the donor. Now what happens is that the host or the rodent, like what we have taken, that in response to that antigen will start developing antibody. and the antibodies will be present, can be collected from its serum. So for that purpose, the spleen will be removed, and that spleen will be the source of my source for my B cells. Now what I could see is that in the second step, in the step 2, it is the case of the preparation of myeloma cell. Why I am choosing the myeloma cell is that to go with the same type, that is myeloma specifically with the cancer of B cells, so that there is these uh, similarity with the two type of cells which are going to be fused. So I'm specifically choosing the B cell cancers, that is the myelomas. And here this myeloma cell is made is genetically being made so that it does not have the enzyme hypoxanthine guanine phosphoribosyl transferase. So it is made HGPRT negative. Here, we'll discuss this in detail. What is this HGPRT? So, for time being, the myeloma cells are so genetically being modified that they are made hypoxanthine guanine phosphoribosyl transferase. That is a single enzyme negative. It does not have that particular enzyme. Now, what we do is we want our specific spleen cell and the myeloma cells, the B cells and the myeloma cells to be fused. So, how come the fusion take place? Fusion can be done when these two cells are mixed in a particular medium, and the medium for fusion is being chosen as PEG medium because polyethylene glycol leads to the fusion. And once the fusion happens, I may get in my titer, I may be having unfused spleen cells, I may be having the spleen cells and the spleen cells in a fused condition, I may be having the hybrid cells, which may be a fusion of this B cell and the myeloma cell. And I also have the unfused myeloma cells and the fused myeloma and myeloma cells. And then what I need is that I only need the hybrid cell. For that, I need a selection to be done. How is the selection being done? Selection have to be done using a selective media. And for that purpose, I may be using a hat medium. Before that, we'll just see this diagrammatic representation of the hybridoma technology. Here we could see that the B cells, the normal B cells are fused with the cancerous B cells or the T cells using the polyethylene glycol medium. And once it is fused, I will be getting a heterokaryon. That is the cell which will be having both the nucleus of the two cells. And this heterokaryon gradually will lose some of its chromosome, and I get a single nucleated cell which I call it as hybridoma cells. And this cell, as you could see, that it may be having some chromosomes of the B cells and of the B cells and some of the cancerous cells. So bringing with the two characters together in a single cell, and that is, it may be immortal. At the same time, it may be having the immunogenetic property. And this B cell will be able to produce the monoclonal antibody. So here we could see, as I said, after fusion in the PEG medium, we may be having unfused spleen cells, we may be having fused spleen cells, we may be having hybridoma cells, fused myeloma cells and unfused myeloma cell. Both these, when in a hat selection medium, when all these cells are being added, I could see that the other four type of cells will not grow, they will die, whereas only hybridoma cell proliferate. And this is because we have already said the myeloma cells, even though they are immortal, they cannot survive in hat medium. Why? Because we have made them HGPRT negative, that is hypoxanthine guanine phosphoribosyl transferase. That enzyme is not present in myeloma cell, but that enzyme is present in a normal B cell. But then normal B cell, why they are not surviving? Because they are mortal in nature, so they also die. Normal B cell will be having HGPRT, they are HGPRT positive, and these are myeloma cells are HGPRT negative. Once fused, when they come in a hybridoma condition, that HGPRT they become HGPRT positive. That means when they are introduced into a selective medium, that is hypoxanthine, aminopterin, thymidine medium, what we could see is that in that medium, the middle A represent aminopterin, which is a block, which is a chemical block for the biosynthesis of nucleotides. That means they cannot synthesize, the cells in such a medium cannot synthesize the RNA and the DNAs, nucleic acids, from purines and pyrimidines. But then what we could see is that a normal cell can survive. First point is that please 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 listen clear, uh, please listen carefully. I'm repeating. In a hat medium, the cells find difficulty to survive. Why? Because the A stand for aminopterin, which is a chemical block that blocks the synthesis of biosynthesis of nucleotides from purines and pyrimidines. But normally, a normal cell can withstand this in the medium because they are having hypoxanthine and thymidine too. Because the normal cell have a enzyme HGPRT, and thymidine kinase, two enzymes they are having, which are used for a salvage pathway. That is, even if a block is present, they can utilize other components to synthesize nucleotides. That is, the other component, hypoxanthine and thymidine, present in the medium, they utilized that sources from the medium to synthesize the nucleotide using the salvage pathway. This is not the normal pathway, they use a bypass, a salvage pathway to synthesize it so they can survive. But then here, as we know, the normal cells are mortal in nature. After some cycles, they used to die. Whereas when I take a myeloma cell, since there is aminopterin, they also will not survive in the hat medium since they are HGPRT negative. But then a hybridoma cell, which is having the characters of the B cell and the unfused, I mean, the myeloma cell, they are HGPRT positive. They may survive in this medium, hat medium. So that is being given in this diagrammatic presentation. So that's all for this first video. Thank you.